Maybe atheists just do want to sin. So this video is in response to a video by Dark Matter called Maybe Atheists Just Do Want to Sin, sort of making light of the fact that would be one possible explanation why somebody would be an atheist. Now, here's the thing. It's not as out of the box terrible an explanation as it would appear to you, the atheist, at first glance. What do I mean? Well, flip it around, okay? Let's look at it this way. Me the Christian, I say to you in good faith and with all honesty and in all integrity that God is as real to me as the ocean. That it's not some like ether concept, kind of vague sort of concept. I walk with God on a daily basis and He is as real to me as the ocean. The ocean I can see from my apartment window. I live on the beach. You say nonsense. I say no, that's the truth. And I promise you that I'm telling you the truth. Now you can think I'm deluded or you think I'm crazy or think I'm wrong, but I'm not lying to you. You cannot accuse me. I'm saying that in good faith. So then I have to think, why can't you see it? Why can't you perceive it? Now Jesus said, if I'm telling you the truth, why don't you believe me? Well, I got to guess. I got to speculate. And some people say that's really arrogant of you to speculate why I don't know God exists. God hasn't made Himself real to me. Well, I'm not some sort of exceptional human being. The Bible says God is no respecter of persons. I'm not some sort of, crazy mystic, some sort of real, wild exception to every other human being on the planet. So I've got to come up with reasons why I can see something or I can perceive something and you can't. One of the potential reasons, a pretty good answer, if I'm telling you the truth, why don't you believe me? Now I've said this in my old videos. I say this time and time again. You, the atheists, are complicit in your not knowing. On some level, you are resisting the truth. I am telling you, what I am telling you is the truth, so help me God. So if you reject it completely, I have to think on some level you're doing it somewhat deliberately. Maybe not intentionally deliberately. Maybe hidden from your own heart is your motivation. Now, a really good possible motivation is maybe you just do want to sin. I mean, I knew for a long time I had suspected that God was real. And I pushed it off because I was, I had a party lifestyle. I drank a lot. I watched a lot of pornography. There's a lot of people out there who, let's say, smoke a lot of weed or do porn, and they kind of know that they shouldn't, and they kind of know that God is real, but they don't really want to go to church and fully explore it because they don't want to give up the habits that they think they enjoy. They don't want to give up the habits because they're having fun with them. I don't think it's some sort of mysterious coincidence that I came to the Lord at 30, and by the time I had come to the Lord, I was thoroughly sick. Thoroughly had enough of drinking, boozing, doing drugs, any of that stuff. I was done with it. I was looking for something else. I was looking for real meaning in life. I was looking to find a real answer. Now, when you start looking for a real answer, and most of you atheists or some of you, let's say, are real truth seekers, which means you've looked at life and go, what is the purpose of life? And you're philosophical by nature. So you start exploring the questions of life that naturally leads you to, is there a God? Is God real? The natural progression. If you start looking at the deeper meanings of life, you naturally come up against God versus not God. Now, how do you decide on the level of not God with integrity? How did you come to that conclusion with any form of honesty? How did you come to that conclusion at all, being that you are not correct? So I got to start looking for answers to explain it. And one of the possible answers is maybe some atheists do just want to keep sinning. Now, I know 1,000 of you are going to write me and say, I don't drink, I don't smoke, that doesn't work for me, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. That might not be your thing. That might not be the secret sin of your heart that you want to hold on to, which is blocking you from knowledge of God. Because I put it to you this way. If you are an honest seeker of the truth, you will honestly find the truth. And the honest to God truth, as crazy and out there as it seems, is that Jesus Christ, the God of the Bible, is the actual living Son of God. That's the honest to God truth. So if you are honestly seeking it, you will honestly find it. One of the sins that you may be committing, or the secret sins of your heart, may be intellectual arrogance. And that's a doozy with the atheists that I meet. Your overall can be really good people, but when it comes to intellectual vanity and moral vanity, that's your secret failing. Because you would rather think yourself really super intelligent, and you look around you and you see that for the most part, the Christians in this country are kind of morons, and I'm with you on that. They kind of are. Politically unsophisticated, they can be meatheads, and you don't want any part of that. They're ignorant, hillbilly types. They're red state people. So that could be one of the sins that is keeping you from fully recognizing that God is who he says he is. Now, I'll go further with this in a couple of videos, but this is just a start. Just something to think about. I'm not saying it's absolutely the reason, but there is a reason here. There is something here that is not clicking correctly. Because I am telling you 2 + 2 = 4, and I'm telling you with absolute integrity. And you are saying, no, it don't. And I am telling you, your no, it don't. You are complicit in that. It's only innocent up to a point. Because if you are an honest seeker of truth, you will honestly find the truth. And I'm honestly telling you the truth.